Hi, I'm Shailaja Shankar and welcome to my very own personal growth channel. Today we are going to talk about the impact of complaining non-stop. Are you fed up with complainers around you or are you part of it? If it's the first part, then go ahead and share this video with you know who. And for others, let's just dive in now. Complaining, grumbling, whining, and as we call it here, cribbing. Familiar words, familiar feelings. No? Few years back, I was working in a company with a decent job, decent salary, decent culture. But all of us were fed up. Why? Because it was just decent, nothing great. Right, evils of our generation. We were frustrated with being stuck. There was this stagnant air all around. From someone else's perspective, it was a dream job. But for us, it sucked. Our favorite pastime had become cribbing. Crib, morning, noon, night. Seems familiar? Hope not. A continuous chatter not just when talking aloud but also in our minds about how everything sucks. Complaining on and on about company, culture, salary, profile, for some partners, in laws, school, college, just on and on. Well, let's go in deep. We were not complaining for the sake of it. We were really frustrated with the way things were. And talking about it was a way out of our frustration. Well, that's the only reason we all participate in it, right? When we talk about our frustrations, we tend to release those feelings out of the body and it pacifies us. No? In fact, that's why any addiction starts. It helps release emotions. But at the cost of what? When it becomes a habit, you are a prisoner of the same energy that you released. You're now surrounded by it. It works like this.
I'm not getting a promotion. These people just make you work. Whatever you do, you'll not get an increment or promotion.
Well, you got a raise.
They just give you a raise. There's no promotion. These people are like that only.
Well, you got a promotion.
Getting a promotion is a big headache. No one listens to you and they expect your team to work. But today's generation.
See, the problem with whining is that even if you move to greener pastures, the grass is always green on the other side. And the whining just continues. Now, as per me, complaining can be at different levels. Level 1. Something bad happens, you complain, and it stops there. Nothing to worry about. Level 2. You complain just because everyone else is doing it. It's time to start worrying. Level 3. You inform everyone you know about how bad it is. I think now it's time for them to start worrying. Level 4. Topics to complain about suddenly escalate. Till now you had a bad boss. Now, bad company, bad profile, bad salary. Your whole professional life is now part of it. Boss, it's time to look for solutions now. Level 5. You complain about your personal life, professional life, and even someone else's life. There's no need for a person. A lamppost is on your way. You start complaining about it. Yeah, you need help. My level of experience is only till level 3. I usually avoid 4 and 5. When you go to these people, you can feel the negativity. Even if you give good news, they'll turn it sour in a minute. These are our states of whining in the world. We all are at different levels and we jump levels at times. Let's now talk about how it affects us. Most obvious first, it introduces grumpy lines on your face which are most unattractive. So it makes you look unattractive. But it also makes you feel unattractive, as no one wants to be with a person who can make a beautiful sunset seem gloomy. But you must have seen the opposite of it. If you are in a team where most of the people are grumbling, then it will be peer pressure for you to join the behavior. Many times I have observed people talking ill of someone only when they are in that group. They would not talk like that about the person in general. So yeah, you become unattractive in general and attractive to only those who are already negative. Like attracts like. This brings us to the next point. What kind of friends or relationships would you attract? Well, I was at level 3, but I have some wonderful friends from that time. So, level 3 is not affecting your relationships yet, but it will make your life difficult. You tend to be in groups where things don't happen easily. My life is so hard kind of groups. Imagine level 5 relationships. This can be explained better with law of attraction. To those who have never heard of it before, this is a law of nature basis like attracts like. That is, if you are in an abundant state, then you will attract more abundance. When you are at a complaining level, your whole day goes down the drain. You must have seen countless WhatsApp videos on how a spilled cup of coffee in the morning leads to a significant accident in the evening. Well, this kind of dramatic thing happens rarely, but upsets in a daily schedule is common. So, yeah, at level 5, you not only attract useless and headache giving relationships, but will also attract bad days. The focus is mainly negative, paving the road for mental health concerns like anxiety and depression. Constantly complaining can contribute to those negative feelings. When you focus on the negative, it becomes a vicious cycle that can lead to even more negativity. Cribbing basically is negative, as it makes you look at everything critically. You expect to not achieve results. You expect people to behave badly with you, and you expect to have less than average. You're not just grumbling because the culture is bad, but it also sets a tone for expectations. Even if your boss has done one good deed, you won't recognize it. I remember a friend telling me, "Hey, my boss assigned me a task which will consume my whole weekend. I dished it as he is always unfair." And the next day she comes to know that was a high profile project and could have got her promotion. She always cribbed about the boss and expected him to be that way. No wonder she got there. Our next concern with grumbling. Your behavior sets yours and others' expectations. Who would want an employee who is always poking fingers? My senior once advised me. It is good if you find issues with a plan and then fix them. But if you pull out issues with every plan, then no plan will ever get executed. Pick up the issues and learn what to drop. Our next concern with grumbling. It bites back. Have you ever encountered sending the wrong chat to your boss or speaking ill of someone and then get caught for it? We all do these mistakes. But those who complain all the time have a special knack to land up in the soup. Beware of what you say to whom. Words tend to find their way back to unintended people. Well, cribbing has become so common that we knowingly and unknowingly do it every minute of every day. It's not always bad, especially if you're at level 1. It releases negativity out. But when it becomes a habit, now you know what it does. If you're watching this video till now, then you must have realized that cribbing is causing you problems already. How about finding a solution now? Well, awareness is the first step always, and if you're watching the video, you must have found out your level by now. The next step is to understand that this problem arises as there is a need for being heard. There's a passive need in every one of us of being heard. Sometimes all we need is someone to listen to us without judging or trying to solve our problem. Being heard allows us to feel validated and supported, and it can have a positive impact on our mental health and well being. Once you become aware of this, you can find out constructive ways of communicating to others. Talk about your concerns in a genuine manner. If you go about it indirectly, then it will become a problem. The most significant challenge we encounter while solving it is that complaining is an addiction and comes with withdrawal symptoms. So never leave it abruptly. Slowly cut it down. Be part of different circles. Being a part of one specific circle makes everyone more negative. The more you interact with different kind of people, the more control you will have over your language. Now know what not to say. Complaining has given us a magnifying glass with a focus. Let's turn it into positive and start positively looking at things. Do you dislike your company? what are the positives about it? In my case, I had good bosses, colleagues. Their diversity policy was good. They paid me well. It felt good telling someone where I worked. See, there are always positives. I was just not looking at them. Just follow one solution at a time and see how you attract good things in life. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more on personal growth challenges.